Well, hey everybody, this is Real Honesty with John Ritzlin, and this is my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's New Beginning in Osaka event, and very fun, especially that main event. Oh boy, I gotta say, they pulled a good one out of that. Big thumbs up here, big thank you as always to Jen for sending me that, I really do appreciate it. Pull above my head, please let me know what you think there, and in the comments below, because there's a lot to unpack with this show. I do want to say really quickly though, for the next three shows that New Japan's having, Izuka's retirement match on 21st and Honor Rising Nights 1 and 2, the 22nd, 23rd. I will have reviews of the 21st and 22nd event up sometime after they go live. The 23rd, though, I have to work a back-to-back shift, a closing shift the 22nd and opening shift the 23rd. So that event, that review will probably be up sometime in the afternoon. So just want to let you guys know. But let's get into this. A lot to unpack. Nice opening video package and everything, hyping all the build to all these matches, especially the big matches. Kevin Kelly, Don Callis on commentary. They did very well. They really do mix well together. And Callis, while still heelish, him and Kevin Kelly, when they're able to mesh well like this, and it's not just overbearing, it is really nice. So I still prefer Kevin Kelly, Rocky Romero, my personal opinion. Anyway, Jushin Thunder Liger, Kojima and Tenzan versus Taka Michinoku, Minoru Suzuki and Izuka. This is mainly about Tenzan trying to get through to Izuka. It didn't work in the beginning. Action goes outside. They brawl, a whole bunch of stuff. There was a nice exchange between Kojima and Suzuki doing, Kojima doing all his chops in the corner and everything. Suzuki just brushing him off. Eventually, Kojima did get him down. There was some nice brawling. Tenzan, Izuka even brawling. But in the end, there was this nice moment where Suzuki looks to use a chair. Izuka stops him. You think maybe Tenzan got through to Izuka. Nope. Tenzan got hit with the chair, causes a DQ. Izuka gets out the iron fingers, hits him in the throat. Doesn't actually stab him, but it's made to look like he did. And now obviously we're gonna have Tenzan versus Izuka in Izuka's retirement match on the 21st. And I'm guessing that Tenzan's going to be able to get through to Izuka, and Izuka's going to leave a hero, which I think would be the right call. Still, not a bad match, and it's always great to see Liger in the ring. And not the last time you will see Liger on this show. And we get Evil and Sonata versus Ayato Yoshida and Shota Umino. And could Ayato and Shota put a dent in the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions? Well, they did some moves, and they did pretty well, but it was pretty obvious Evil and Sonata were going to get the victory. Commentary did tend to put over the Sonata, maybe was taking it easy and coasting, but still in the end, Magic Killer pinned Shota Umino for the 1-2-3. It's possible we could see this match in another year for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, maybe, but not a bad showing overall. Basic match, but good for what it was. And then we get Naito, Shingo, and Bushi versus Taichi, El Desperado, and Kanemaru, kind of continuing the two feuds, or kind of blowing off one of the feuds, and then maybe continuing the Intercontinental title feud, since you had those happen at New Beginning and Sapporo Night 2, both those title matches, for the Intercontinental title and the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, respectively. It does start outside. Naito does get focused on. Everybody's targeting his neck and everything. Bushi and Shingo with a nice agility and speed combo. Really insane just how strong Shingo is. Everybody does end up brawling. In the end, Destino, and I'm not going to do it like Kevin Kelly, though I will need to at some point get that t-shirt that he has on Pro Wrestling Tees, as it's a great shirt, but he has Destino on Kanemaru for the 1-2-3. And yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, that happened. Naito leaves the ring. So LIJ has the victory, and then Shingo and Bushi are in the entranceway, and suddenly Sho and Yo confront them, and then attack them, and then run to the ring with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. And they challenge them for a match, even though they lost cleanly at Wrestle Kingdom. They're like, hey, we deserve another shot. They need to get more junior heavyweight tag teams, in contention and everything. You can't just have it be the same three teams, over and over, even though the teams work really well together. So it seems like we're going to get that maybe on the anniversary show. I don't know. They haven't released that card yet. I don't even know when the anniversary show is. I think it's on the 6th of March. But cool. Okay, we're going to get that match. It should be a very good match. In a Darker Edge Roppongi 3K, I am all for it. Sho and Yo, I think, could go a little dark and could have quite a bit of an edge to their character. And then we go Yoshihashi and Hanma versus Chase Owens and Yujiro Takahashi. And this is not a knock against the talent, as the talent is quite good, but this is a piss break match. It really is. Hanma, I cringe every time he's in the ring, even though he is in great condition and is working hard to get back and get better in the ring. Still cringe knowing that neck injury and everything and knowing all the stuff that he had happened. Still, guy's working super hard. Hanma does get focused on, then Yoshihashi gets tagged. Wouldn't be the last time you see Yoshihashi in the match either, or in the show either. Hanma then attacks Owens, hits a flying Kokeshi and a Kokeshi. The neck keeps getting focused on, stuff like that. And Chase Owens hits his package pile driver on Hanma safely, by the way. I mean, Chase Owens is actually a pretty safe worker. He does get a knock, but he does get knocked, like by some fans. And I'm not saying he's like IWGP Heavyweight Championship material, but the guy is a safe worker and actually makes that package pile driver look pretty goddamn deadly. And he hits it for the 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, okay, Bullet Club gets the victory. So, Bullet Club doing pretty well so far. And would actually end up doing pretty well for the rest of the matches. Well, most of the matches that they had, where they had members for the rest of the night. And then everybody leaves the ring, and then Kota Ibushi's music hits. We haven't seen Kota Ibushi since Wrestle Kingdom, about 5 weeks before, so everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. He says he's staying in New Japan. This is according to the translator that I forget the guy's name, but according to the translator that was at the English commentary table. I'm staying in New Japan, and he wants to enter the New Japan Cup. Cool. It's great to see Kota Ibushi back. That is fucking awesome, and I can't wait to see how he does in the New Japan Cup. It would be very interesting if he won the New Japan Cup. I don't know what's going to happen, and we'll have to see the field, and hopefully I can actually review all the New Japan Cup, should my work schedule allow it, because I really enjoyed last year's. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But Kota Ibushi being in there, even if he ends up losing the thing, I mean, I think he'll end up winning it, but it's very, very interesting. If he's staying in New Japan, that is fantastic. That is a big boost to them. Because there were a lot of people that thought he might go to AEW to be with Kenny Omega. And who knows, they could have a working relationship. We'll figure that out another day. That's a whole nother that's a whole nother video for another day. And don't worry, I got some rant videos and stuff like that coming up. Not necessarily New Japan related, but I might get into a bit of a rant here near the end. But it was what it was, and so far we're 4 matches in at this 8-match card, and it's certainly not bad. I would say B level so far, B minus. We get Yano Makabe versus Tama Tonga and Tanga Loa, and on the February 9th, Road to New Beginning in Osaka episode, I did miss, I saw it on demand later. I did have to miss it due to lots of snow and also work, but Tama Tonga is now the good bad guy, and it's kind of overdue. I'm kind of glad that he went back to being the bad guy, but we get the Guerrillas of Destiny attacking Yano and Makabe in the entranceway, and Jado, of course, using dirty tactics. There's a lot of dirty tactics in this. Yano got beat up, Makabe got tagged, then he got beat up after a bit. Yano got tagged again, turnbuckle pad usage. Everybody's trying to out-dirty each other. Yano does hit a low blow, but while the referee's down or distracted and everything or beat up, you get Tama Tonga. He gets Jado's Singapore cane, hits Tama Tonga Tama Tonga hits Yano rather in the face. It would be weird if he tried to hit himself in the face. And then hit a gun stun, 1, 2, 3. And then all the young lions that try to stop Tama Tonga just get the shit beat out of them. It was what it was, and it was nice to see, the bad guy, the bad boy back. Even though I think he's now the bad guy instead of just the bad boy. It fits, honestly. It really, really does. Because while the good guy, Tama Tonga antics were funny, now we're back to more Bullet Club being more of a dark edge and everything all around. So, certainly not a bad match, and you gotta think that Tama Tonga Tangaloa will be in line to maybe get another IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match. Maybe. Because that seems to be what they alluded to on this, and I wonder where Yano Makabe and Taguchi go as far as being never openweight 6-man champions. We'll see. But we get Taguchi versus Ishimori, Taiji Ishimori for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. This was really good when Taguchi doesn't want to do all the antic stuff, even though he's good at comedy. He is. When he doesn't want to do all that comedy bullshit and actually, focuses on doing just the straight wrestling and everything and doing stuff, he is goddamn good in the ring. He is smooth as hell. He's really good with, the transition into submissions. He is really, really good. Taguchi kept trying to go for the ankle lock. you had this one dance off where, like, Taguchi did his, like, little disco dance thing, whatever it was, called a Sailor Boy. And then, Taiji Ishimori ends up doing one when he gets Taguchi outside and Taiji's still in the ring. That was pretty funny. And the quickness of Ishimori is absolutely insane. Absolutely fucking insane. Taguchi ends up hitting some dives. Ishimori, I just can't put over just how great the guy is. He really is fucking terrific. And all the abs in the goddamn world. The ankle lock, there was good usage of the ankle lock. Taguchi did well with that. Ishimori sold it really well. Bloody cross, but no cover. Lots of near falls. Near falls. Looks like Taguchi was going to get the victory. He didn't. Another bloody cross, second bloody cross for the 1, 2, 3. And then Ishimori suddenly points to Jushin Thunder Liger, who's on commentary, and says, I want you. I want to beat you. So we may get that at the anniversary show. If we get that at the anniversary show, it'd be very interesting to see if Liger would face off against Ishimori and actually win. Because it's coming up on the 30th anniversary of him getting into wrestling. So I would be, as that character, I think the actual wrestler debuted in 1984. It would be very, very interesting to see if Liger could capture the title one more time. I would not be against a nostalgia win, even though Ishimori is doing very well in the infancy of his IWGP Junior Heavyweight title reign. Good stuff, though. Taguchi did really shine when he didn't want to do the antic stuff. And him and Ishimori had one hell of a match. And then we get to a match that, I gotta be honest, it was good for what it was, but I've seen it a lot, and there's only so many variations it can do. Okada versus Bad Luck Fale. You had Chase and Yujiro Takahashi at ringside. And Okada did get beat up by all three. While the referee was distracted. Mind you, and then everything starts proper. There was more, interference and stuff like that, and Okada's back did get focused on. However, he did hit Fale with a slam, when Fale came off the ropes at some point. There were some good exchanges, a nice superplex and everything, but there was other interference just before that where another ref bump and Chase and Yujiro got in. Yoshihashi came in and then got knocked out pretty quickly. He didn't knock himself out like last time. He did manage to even the odds for a little bit and stayed at ringside. And my call of Yoshihashi, turning to the dark side did not end up happening. That's okay, though. We did get that superplex, though, and then 2 Rainmakers, 1 spinning Rainmaker, and then the full-on Rainmaker, 1, 2, 3. Bad Luck Fale gets pinned. Okada has the victory, and that was the right call. And then we get to the main event. And this is where a good portion of the review is going to go. Because it is Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Jay White for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. And I gotta say this, New Patriot 77, you fucking called it. You called it correctly. I thought that Jay White might win. And it turns out he did. But how did we get to that? Let's find out. One, it had a big fight feel. There was mat wrestling at first. Really good knee focus by both Jay White on Tanahashi's knee and Tana on Jay White's knee. That was actually a really, really good, solid, groundwork that they did. And they hit some high spots too. They hit some really, really good spots. There was Gato interference, but it didn't factor into the finish. And it's like you could expect Gato to interfere, and it was what it was. There was a high fly flow outside. Tana hit it. Of course, he hurt his knee. Tana's knees are fucking destroyed and everything. I think that's part of the reason why they might have pulled the trigger on this title change. And also, I think that Tana and Okada are going to be IWGP Tag Team Champions sometime this year. And possibly hold them until, Wrestle Kingdom or what. I think they're going to win them at Dominion in Osaka. That's what I think. They may beat Evil and Sonata. Evil and Sonata may lose them to another team. Who knows? But I think Okada and Tanahashi are going to be champions before the end of the year, if not by June. Well, who knows? I don't know, though. In the G1. They might win them later in the year. But anyway. Lots of counters. There was one point where everybody's trying to move, and just counter, and then 3 twists and shouts. More knee focus, a high fly flow hit. Second one missed because Jay White got out of the way. There was a Tana tap out to TTO. Tana did get to the ropes after the crowd was cheering him on and everything, so Tana didn't end up tapping out. There was more dragon screws. Tana used the inverted type. Styles clash out the cloverleaf. But then that finish, that sweet fucking finish. I mean, I know I'm kind of skipping through some of the spots here on this. I'm trying to shorten up my New Japan reviews and everything and make them about 20 minutes. Because sometimes I know that people want them a little bit shorter. So I'm trying to do that for you guys. But anyway, Tana goes for the high fly flow. Jay suddenly counters, catches, Blade Runner, 1, 2, 3. Jay White is the new IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Now I will say this. One, I'm not upset about it. I'm not going to cry and say, oh, I'm going to cancel my New Japan subscription. Because one, it's a great value and you get all these older shows and everything. It's like the WWE Network. Why am I going to cancel? Because I don't like one goddamn result. Now, am I the biggest fan of it? I'm on the fence about it. I will say this. I'm not saying that Jay White hasn't earned it. Jay White has really grown as a character, especially from New Beginning in Sapporo last year when he beat Kenny Omega for the U.S. title. And his performance in the G1 and his performance where he beat Okada at Wrestle Kingdom, and there was other stuff in between too. I'm not trying to skip over or gloss over anything in his career. It is a big gamble for New Japan. They do want to expand into the States more. Jay White can help with that. I'm not saying Tana can't help with that. But also, Tana is so beat up, this was kind of not a going away, but this is kind of a thank you title reign where he won it at Wrestle Kingdom and that was it. And Jay White was just that young up and coming guy that just was too much for Tana. Now, Tana may win the title once again. It's hard to tell. It is a big gamble, though, for Japan. If they see a drop in attendance for the shows that Jay is on, and I mean, yeah, it's heel heat and stuff like that, and Jay White should be the kind that you hate. And he's good at it. I mean, he certainly works hard. He's actually looking lean and cut and actually has really, really worked hard to improve his game and get way, way over. That match he had with Tanahashi here is leagues better than the match that they had at Wrestle Kingdom 12, which I know was just after Jay White had come back from excursion, and they didn't have the best chemistry, but their chemistry has improved so goddamn much just in the last few months. I mean, their match at, in October was absolutely great. October of last year. It is a big gamble, though. If it ends up flopping, and I'm not saying Jay White's going to flop, but if it flops at the box office, at the gates and stuff like that, and they take the title off of him, like at Dominion in Osaka, then okay. They tend to play the long game with a lot of these title reigns. But now the real question is who takes the title off of Jay White? Who does? There are a lot of possibilities, some good possibilities, and I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. I'm on the fence about it still. I think it's a good idea. Because let's be honest, Tana was only going to be champion for a little bit. Even though I think in my Wrestle Kingdom 13 review, cheap plug, that I might have said that he was going to hold it till Dominion in Osaka. Jay White winning isn't the worst thing in the world. Unless it backfires as far as, money. If it backfires and people's, fans turn against, then we've got a problem. But we will have to wait and see. He's going to hold it at least till June. I would be very surprised if after all this build, he doesn't hold it at least till June. But he could hold it past the G1. He could hold it till Wrestle Kingdom. We shall see. But anyway, that's what I can say. So I'm going to say B+. I'm going to say B+ overall. Some of the matches were basic. They weren't bad. But I will say for that main event result, and the only big title change that happened at any of the New Beginning shows, it was really, really good. So anyway, agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. It's been Real Honesty with John Ritlin, and I will see you soon.